For more on this, I'm joined live by the CEO of the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Andrew McKellar. Andrew, thanks for your time today. So the permanent migration cap is currently at 160,000. You want it to go up to 200,000. That's a 25% jump. How did you arrive at that magic number?
Well, look, this is the number that we believe is necessary if we are to make up some of the lost ground that we've had over the past 2 years. And we've seen a significant update on Australia's population outlook released by the government today. It shows that we are currently growing at the slowest rate in 100 years. And over the next 10 years, we will have lost 1.5 million population compared to where we otherwise would have been. So it's part of the plan. It's part of a solution that we have to have if we're going to address issues like the current labour and skills shortage. If we're going to maximise economic growth over the years ahead, then we must address these fundamental shortages, and migration is part of that solution.
So what else is part of the solution? What else needs to be done?
Well, look, there are three main things that we need to focus on. One is we do need to invest in skills acquisition, vocational education and training. We need to increase the real level of investment that's occurring there. We need to continue to support higher levels of take-up in apprenticeships, and at the moment apprenticeships are running at record levels. We've got to maintain that. That's absolutely essential. We have to encourage people to come back into the labour force, so whether that be older workers who are otherwise leaving the labour force, whether it's young people who are potentially becoming disengaged from the labour force, or whether it's supporting people with families, people with children, to ensure that there's access to childcare. So participation is the second leg of the equation. And the third one is migration. As we've said, we need to boost migration back. We've had a complete standstill over the last 2 years. We need to catch up. We need to get back above the levels that we had immediately prior to the pandemic and keep this at a sustainable level over the next few years.
Andrew, the ACCI released a pre-budget wish list, as you like, a pre-budget submission. Migration and employment was one part of it. What else would you like?
Well, look, here I think two priorities that I would point to. The first is, business will have to do a lot of the heavy lifting if we're going to maximise the economic position over the next couple of years. Business investment is absolutely critical to that. It's been weak now for really 10 years, and in the last couple of quarters we've seen business investment dropping. We need to get that back on track in the next 12 months, and to do that we're urging the government to firstly continue and extend the immediate asset write-off, which has promoted strong investment in business plant and equipment. We're saying that they should look at reducing the company tax rate to 25% for medium-sized businesses. It's already there for small business, but we need to expand that to medium-sized businesses up to an annual turnover of $250 million a year. And we're urging them to put in place a broader investment allowance up to 20% to really attract larger scale investment. So if we can get those things in place, then we think that will help strengthen the business outlook, the investment outlook. The other area, as I've mentioned, goes to addressing skills, and there it's those three things: investing in vocational education and training, keeping apprenticeships strong, boosting participation with some measures there, particularly targeted to young people, to older workers, to people with families, and of course the final leg of the equation is bringing back the migration intake, boosting that up, the skilled intake up to around 200,000 people coming into Australia under those skilled migration visas over the next couple of years.